Hello YouTube. Just been thinking recently. It's a term I've seen and heard bandied around a lot lately. Open mind, open-minded. I've just been thinking, what does that actually mean? It's more often than not, the times I've heard it used or seen it used have been people who are trying to convince you that their viewpoint about something is correct. Often about supernatural things or some conspiracy, some grand conspiracy. Like this one I keep seeing at the moment is this comet Ison. I think that's how it's pronounced. And it's a grand conspiracy, and NASA are covering it up, and it's going to slam into the Earth and kill all life. Like, seriously, why would they do that? Why? Why would NASA cover that up? It's going to hurt them as much as anybody else. So that makes no sense to me. But that's just an example. Point is, people are screaming, keep an open mind, whilst flat out refusing to accept any information contrary to the decision that they've already made in their head, which strikes me as extremely closed-minded. Yet I'm the one that's constantly being accused of having closed mind, because I'm looking for alternate possibilities, which I've always thought, isn't that kind of the very epitome of having an open mind, is to explore every possibility, whether it's one that you like or not? Which got me to thinking, to be open-minded, truly open-minded, you have to actually be extremely closed-minded. You have to shut yourself off to personal bias and opinion and look for facts. It's the only way you can ever really do it. Now see, I consider myself quite an open-minded person. I believe in the possibility of ghosts. I wouldn't go so far as to say the probability. I'm more inclined to lean towards the probability of psychic phenomena such as telepathy, ESP, even if it's not quite the way we often think of it. There is too much circumstantial evidence there for me to ignore it out of hand. Same thing with like dragons and mythological creatures. There's too much there for me to just arbitrarily cast them aside. Now, what I think is more likely with something like dragons, for example, is that they're just a medieval attempt, or an Iron Age or whatever, an ancient attempt to understand fossils of things like dinosaurs and stuff like that, and they've just become embellished over time. But I'm willing to concede that they're possible, unlikely, but possible. Aliens, I'm certain they exist. The probability of them not in a universe as large as we have, it's just mind-boggling. As for why we haven't encountered them yet, Fermi paradox, I don't know. So, but there's the thing, all of this is based on the exploration of the evidence at hand, or at least the evidence that I have available to me, such as the whole thing with aliens. I've looked into very, very loosely. I'm not a geneticist. I've looked into biology and physics and stuff like that. And it just seems ludicrous to me that they're not there. So I ask you then, if I'm making my judgment based on weighing up the evidence and coming to conclusions based on what I have available to me, and then considering any new evidence that comes to light, and more importantly, looking for holes in it, looking for the flaws so that I have the truth, so to speak, does that make me open-minded or closed-minded? I'd argue that to be open-minded, truly open-minded, you have to have an extremely critical and closed mind. To be truly open-minded, as we currently understand it, is rather asinine, actually, because you're opening yourself up to, for lack of a better term, gullibility. But those are just my rooftop musings on the matter, so feel free to agree, disagree, ignore, comment, don't comment. Apparently if I asked you to like and subscribe it would do me better, but I'm not going to. Oh, I just mentioned it. Oh well, whatever. Thank you for watching.